Like I said before, we like our little bunk back there. We just get back there, you know, get into those creaky old beds. We all just make the best of it as much as we can. When a little bit of time you do get back there and finally do get to sleep, it's very enjoyable. Because you never know when you're gonna be woken up again on the next call.
Fire at 5599 in LaFleur Trail.
You know, getting the call, going on the call, getting there, and seeing what's burning, you know, it's a blast.
You're going down the road and you see the column of smoke up above the trees before you even turn onto the road. Get you fired up, and you know, you gotta be ready to go.
We don't
want
wish
anybody to
anything
lose their property,
bad on people.
to get hurt or anything like that. But it's going to happen, and the way we look at it, if it's going to happen and it's going to happen in this area, we hope it happens the day that we're working so that we can go there and put it out for them.
I've several times been pulling up on fires and look back at whoever's with us, you know, other guys in the back of the truck, and just turn around smiling and just come, this job is awesome, you can't beat it.
And it is a challenge to not come across to the general public that we're enjoying their misfortune. We're enjoying the ability to help them and to change their misfortune.
The first thing we do is go in and we do primary search. Guys going in trying to hit the seat of the fire, while firemen go in different directions throughout the building or home, trying to search all the rooms, all the floors, that seem to find any patient. You know, if anybody's in there, you know, unconscious or whatever. Speed is of the essence in a fire. The faster you can get in and the faster you can contain that fire, the less risk of it spreading, getting more dangerous, and burning anything else out. But then again, you gotta be cautious because next thing you know, the floor could be burnt out already or whatever. When you're walking into anything where roaches are coming out of, that's usually, you know,
Not good.
that's not good. You just want to go and do it.
Moth to the light.
A moth to the light, yeah.
I can't explain it to you, man. I'm sure you've opened up an oven before, about 400 degrees, cooking dinner or something like that, and feel that heat rush that comes out. 400 degrees is nothing for a house fire. That is absolutely nothing.
If you ever become a fireman, you'll know within the first few fires if this is in you or not. You'll know right away if it's not, because you'll be most terrified you ever been in your life. And you realize that you just picked the wrong career.
You know, we look out for number one. I mean, your personal safety comes first, but also we've got a job to do on top of that. And you know, fire's hot. You know, a lot of people are coming out saying, "Oh, well, we got burned." Everybody gets burned, you know, unfortunately at some point or another.
Part of being a fireman is taking the heat because, you know, fires are hot. A lot of people are scared and run out once they, feel the ounce of heat.
If there's a possibility that somebody might be pinned in that house, we've got to go in there and rule that out no matter what. And if you get in there and you're about as deep as you can get and it's 900 degrees or it's 1100 degrees and you start getting burned around your face, and a lot of people get it right in here, their earlobes or wrists. If you start getting burned, you got to get in there and get it done and get the job finished.
Anybody that tells you that they don't get scared, they're not afraid, they're lying. There's been fires that I've taken a second and said a prayer before I went through the door. There's been fires that other people were taking a second and said a prayer when they walked through the door and I walked by them. What's bad to some is not bad to others, and it changes on a day-to-day basis.
You know, you're always going to be a little frightened, but that's when you just suck it up and do the job.
Once you get the body of the fire knocked down, you'll systematically go from room to room, knock down any of the hot spots, any flames you see, anything smoldering at the time, and wet down everything you can that was on fire at the time, or if not, still smoldering. Fire is extremely resilient. You will rip down a wall that looks perfectly fine and find fire behind it.
It's called overhaul. This is when the work starts.
Your overhaul stage is removing debris, furniture, ripping the sheetrock off the walls, pulling the ceilings down.
We got to dig everything apart and make sure every little spark is out before we leave.
When you do an overhaul, your mask will fog over sometimes, and you can't see anything from that. If you actually take your mask off, then you can see a heck of a lot better. Breathing is a little more difficult, but you can at least see what you can do, and you can see what's around you a lot easier. Oh boy, the water. You can never flow too much water. Typically, on a fire, the more water you flow, the better off, as long as you have continuous water supply. You're wet from head to toe. Everything around you is soaking wet through and through. First thing we do is we disconnect all the hoses, line them up, and then roll them up to get all the water out. And then from there, we'll take them and load them back in the proper spot in the trucks. Get ready for deployment again. So day in the life of fireman. We're out of here. It's hard work, it's a tough job, but if you're lucky enough to get back to the house, maybe get a little bit of sleep. But if not, that bell rings and starts all over again.